welcome to the Healing Hearth. My name is Liz. I am an intuitive tarot reader, a Reiki practitioner, an empath, a healer, and I am the owner here of the Healing Hearth. I am so excited to be here to hold space with you, to do a reading, to see what it is we need to know for this week moving ahead. However, if you come across this reading at a different time, I'm just going to move you a wee smidge closer. Just know that there might be a channeled message here for you. Pardon the background noise. I have my little Gomez here, my pug, next to the camera. He is always by my side. He is a great companion, but he's a little noisy with the snorts, the breathing, and apparently the bone chewing today. So anywho, this is for the week of, I think it's April 3rd, Sunday, April 3rd through that week. So that would be math, April through April 10th or 11th. So that's for this week. What we need to know, what it is that Spirit, the Divine, wants us to focus on, where our blessings are, where the opportunities for growth, for self-empowerment are for this week moving ahead on a collective basis. Keep in mind, this is a general reading, so there are going to be multiple people tapping into the same reading, the same message. And so if you find a message that resonates with you, great, that's for you. And if something doesn't resonate, then that's fine, just leave it, it's okay. We don't need to take it all in, right? So with that, I'd love to get started with a bit of an opening prayer, meditation, to just set the space and set the sacred container so that we're ready to hear what the universe, our angels, our spirit team, our highest selves need to communicate to us most for this week. And with that, if you're ready, willing, and able, please close your eyes. We're going to ground our energy. We're going to take a deep breath in, a deep exhale, empty your belly completely, and now we're going to inhale light, love, peace, joy, and we're going to release any stuck energy, anything we're still holding on to for today, any negative attachments, self-doubt, self-betrayal. We're going to inhale the light, love, self-forgiveness, and compassion we need most at this time. We turn our attention to our roots, to the ground. We ground this earth body into Mother Earth Gaia. We thank her for her nurturance, her nourishment, her support, her home base, her intelligence, her wisdom. We allow the divine earth energy to flow up through us, through the root chakra, the sacral, the solar plexus, the heart, the throat chakra, the third eye chakra, and our crown chakra. And we now allow an open portal for this divine white light to pour down from the sky through our crown, through our third eye, through our throat chakra, through our heart chakra, through our solar plexus, through our sacral, through our root, and pouring down into Mother Earth and nourishing her as well. We allow the sacred white container to protect us, to heal us, to hold us safe, to keep our energy to our in our own sacred containers. We ask that our highest self, our spirit guides, our angels, our ancestors, We ask that they all come forward now, the celestials, the planets, the golden healers, the sacred flames. We allow them to enter this space with us, to hold us, to heal us, to speak with us, to let us know what is most needed at this time. We ask that the highest, the brightest, the best vibrational message be made available at this time, or something better. We release the fear, the anxieties, the self-doubt, the self-betrayal, the feelings of lack, the feelings of unworthiness. We allow those to dissolve. We allow Archangel Michael to remove those from our auras and to take them up into Michael's tunnel to be sealed, healed, destroyed, and uncreated, never to return to this reality. And in its place, we ask for replenishment of loving support, wisdom, awareness, equanimity, joy, peace, hope fills this beautiful, beautiful space. We ask Spirit permission to read on behalf of the collective of what it is we need to know most at this time, moving ahead forward. What is in our highest and best good? I ask Spirit to speak through me, to allow me to be a divine channel to relay the message that's most needed at this time, or something better. Thank you, Spirit. How do you feel? Do you feel better? I feel great. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, Lover's card flipped out, which makes sense because I was seeing rose quartz. I was seeing a pink energy. There might be new love coming in this week. There might be a new passion project. Just a lot of beautiful potential. Queen of Wands, the Three of Wands here. Really being asked to set sight on what it is that brings us passion, what it is that brings us self-confidence, that brings us joy. What it is that we need to feel is love and joy. And sometimes we have to burn through the lower density, lower vibrational entities in order to get there. But once we're there, and then when we're working through our shadows, we're really working from a place of love, of self-compassion, of self-grace. And we need to find the confidence in that and understand that and understand that this is for our highest and best good. This is for our evolution moving forward. Queen of Swords, we might be setting boundaries, loving boundaries. We might be choosing to love certain people from afar, to let them go and to wish them well on their journey, but they no longer fit in our story anymore. And that's okay, because when we let people who no longer serve us go, it actually leaves space for people who want to be there, that want to support us, that want to be able to hold space with us, to hold space for us, and who we can genuinely help. Because I get the sense that some of us might be more on the control side of things, like to be in control, like to be the fixer. And I just feel like that's been draining you for too long. You're beginning to wake up and realize this. And so when we're the fixer, we tend to surround ourselves with people that we think could be fixed, that we could help, that we could bring light to, that we could bring love to. But it's not necessarily in our highest and best good, right? Because that comes from a place of forcing our will on other people, not really giving them the space to learn their own karmic lessons, which in itself can be a hard lesson for healers, you know? Okay, so first question I want to ask Spirit is, two questions. What is our internal energy for individuals in this? And then what is the external energy? So like, what's the balance between our internal and our external world right now? So I want to pull first for our internal world. Thank you. 7 of Pentacles came out. And for our external world, we have the 6 of Wands. Okay. So 7 of Pentacles being our internal world, I see this as slow and steady, consistent growth. Consistency is coming through. What it is that we want to bring into this world takes our dedication. It takes our consistency. It takes us showing up for ourselves, especially if we're on this self-empowerment journey, on the self-growth, self-discovery journey. It takes a lot of focusing on ourselves maybe you're not used to focusing on yourself. Maybe you're used to serving others before yourself, but now you're coming around to realizing that you have to make sure that your own air mask is on before you help others put on theirs. Do you see what I'm saying? And so this might be deep rooted. We might be dealing with some ancestral pressure. I know that like older generations look at focusing on yourself as selfishness, and we might have inherited that because that's what we were taught by our parents, by our grandparents, by our families, by those who raised us, those who feel like family, that feel like they built our foundation for us. And we're really working on this new version of ourselves, this new renewal. It is Aries season, it is spring. We're ready to show our true colors, to show our new fresh breath of perspective. And in doing so, there's some deep roots that are being set. But just because something has deep roots is it might not emerge yet. It might not emerge yet. So you might be still feeling recluse. You might still be rebuilding your foundation. You might still be focused on keeping grounded and centered and prioritizing that. Prioritizing perhaps a meditation practice or some sort of mindfulness practice throughout your day so that you can better handle your day. And with the external energy, I just feel like everyone is out and about. They are out. People want to get out of their house. People are feeling that fiery energy. They're feeling that impulsiveness. They want to start new things. They feel like they won, right? Because when we come out of winter, it's like a lot of dormancy, a lot of staying still, and now there's a lot of movement. It's like, man, we made it through the storm. It feels like cheering. Maybe we're going to sporting events. Maybe we're being invited to more things. Maybe there are more celebrations, some weddings, some baptisms, some birthdays that people are celebrating at this time that are going to be asking for your attention. And you're in this place of setting down roots, of setting down your intention, of knowing the intention behind your perspective is where you choose to place your power. And that's a really just an empowering perspective that you haven't given yourself permission to embody yet, but now you're starting to take the steps to embody that. So I want to ask Spirit what our opportunities for growth are for this week on an individual basis. Granted, this is a collective reading, but the opportunity for growth that's presented today or this week. Okay, thank you. Okay, so three things. We got the Queen of Swords, we have the Eight of Wands, and we have the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, so our opportunity is to actually, because, we were in hibernation mode, we were in the chrysalis, we were in the cocoon for all of winter, we're now trying to emerge as a butterfly. And in setting our roots, we kind of need to honor those roots. We have to honor where we are setting our flag, like who we are identifying ourselves to be. And that comes from speaking courageously and clearly about who you are. What your boundaries are, what is okay for you, what is not okay for you. We're done being bulldozed, is what I hear. And we're done feeling like we're just not good enough. We're recognizing that we are queens, we are kings, we are whatever non-gendered, special, beautiful little nugget you are. Because you have come so far and you're starting to realize this, and you want to honor your progress, you want to honor how far you've come, the efforts, the intention that you've set. You want to set clear goals. Maybe this is setting clear goals on how you want to grow. Maybe you're growing a business, maybe you're growing a project, maybe you have a new relationship and it's stepping into a new arena, a new level. It's leveling up, it's evolving for everybody, and so it's setting new boundaries, new rules, new outlines, a new intention of where it wants to grow, of how it's going to grow, of how it's going to flourish, and being open to that, but also knowing your own limits and your own be true to thine heart, right? And to honor what offends your soul, and cutting that shit out. I see us really stepping away from self-doubt, self-destruction, and self-betrayal, and moving more towards like, you know what, I'm really building this foundation, and I want this to be sturdy, and I want it to be something that is my truth. That is my truth. We have the Eight of Wands here, is that we might be, and with this setting boundaries, we might be being called to make moves, and being called to really see, where is it that our arrow is pointing? Where is our focus being drawn this week? Where are we finding our inspiration, that we're tripping over our inspiration, you know, finding something unexpectedly, like falling into love with yourself, falling into love with another person, how beautiful, falling into love with a new routine, a new ritual. And I see us like really sitting back and reflecting on, wow, okay, so where am I going to go with this? Where do I want to take this? Is this highest and best good? Like, where do I want to evolve? Let yourself dream this week. And with the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, I see this as like a reset, right? A reset of, I'm only accepting the best. I'm only accepting my highest and my best this week. And that's wonderful. I am so proud of you. Keep doing that, is what Spirit says, because you have to prioritize your joy, your happiness, above that which doesn't honor your soul, that which doesn't honor your truth, you know? With the Ten of Pentacles here, we might be coming into new jobs, new financial opportunities, new investment opportunities. Maybe we're getting into accepting financial support through alternative avenues. Maybe switching up your game plan if you're an entrepreneur, to see if you could do like subscription-based stuff versus individual order stuff. This is about, again, Ten of Pentacles and Seven of Pentacles here. These are both really deep foundational earth energies, right? So making sure that there's consistency to where you set your financial goals. Like, don't just set an intention and then don't follow through with anything, right? It's like we're setting intention and then we're taking the inspired action that supports that intention. We're not going to say we want one thing and then continuing to do the same old. I don't see that happening, but just keep in mind there might be a temptation there, because it might be something you are used to doing. It might be an unconscious habit that needs to be brought to light, that needs to be healed, so that you can move on to more productive avenues. 10 being 1-0, I see this as an opportunity to plant a seed that could be really financially beneficial for you this week. Even if it's not an immediate payout, I think that if you have the patience and you have the consistency, I really think that it would work out in your favor. Five of Swords, chill. If it's not resonating, it's not for you. Don't worry about it. But also Five of Swords, don't let you get you. That's what's playing in my head, is that Pink, of like that Pink song. Don't let me get me. I'm my own worst enemy. Da, 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 da. And whatever, however else it goes, you know. But we're really being mindful, and this pairs up with the Queen of Swords, right? We're really being mindful of how our thoughts affect our reality, and how perception is truly a choice, right? We can choose to be more open. We can choose to be open to new perspectives. And in that openness to new perspectives, we actually gift ourselves freedom. I love that. I love that. Okay, so I want to ask what might be our challenges this week? What might be our challenges for this week? Spirit, speak. I heard hold your crown high. Hold your crown high. Be proud of how far you've come. Even if you feel like a weirdo around your family, around your peers, it's okay. Hold your head high because you should be proud of the work that you've put into yourself. We got the Chariot card as our challenge. Things are going to be moving quickly. Don't think, you might be challenged to feel like you might have to keep up with a lot of things, keep up with this new, like you might have to, like, you might feel with this new fresh Aries energy that you have to change into a totally new person overnight, and that can feel really overwhelming, and that can feel like a lot of movement and a lot of change. Spirit's saying it's okay to make small calculated, like have a goal and to make small steps, and make sure that each bite you chew completely before you take your next bite, right? You don't want to choke, right? So with the Chariot card, we might be challenged with, we might have some car issues this week. We might actually be divinely intervened to stay put, to actually allow us the time, place, and the space to set those intentions. And it might come with like some frustration. With the Chariot card also, I want to remind you of the duality of us, that we are allowed to have both light and dark sides of us, and both of those sides can move forward. We don't need to abandon or reject any part of ourselves as we move forward into this new chapter. To heal it means to feel it and to have loving compassion and openness to this new way of being, right? This new personality, this new way of who you want to be. You might feel unprepared for what's next. You might not feel like you really have set footing, but you're moving forward nevertheless, right? Nevertheless, she persists, right? So, oh, Gomez is being a guard dog right now. He hears a noise. God, who thought I would have a guard pug? Like, really? But the Chariot card here as our challenge also proves to me that even if you feel like you're not moving, kind of reflect on how much you have changed, and you'll realize how far you've actually come. You might be in a new place. The Chariot might have taken you to a place that you don't recognize, so you might need to take a pause to like get perspective, to get your bearings of where you've ended up. But I could also see the Chariot being like change coming, and change that you're prepared for. I'm sorry, the King of Swords really wants to come out here. So really being clear that you have everything that you need with you at your disposal, that you're carrying it forward with you, that anything that no longer serves you left in the dust. Like you might be afraid of old people, old twin flames, old relationships, whatever, coming back to you, but it's like you're really clear on who and what you are now, and understand that you've left that behind in the past. It's no longer challenging you. You're just looking backwards. Why don't you try looking forwards? So why don't we find, Spirit, what's the blessing for us this week? What's our blessing? What's our miracle? Yes! Ace of Wands and the Ten of Wands in the reverse. I love this because this is the beginning and the end of a cycle of choosing our passions, choosing that which fuels us, choosing that which lights this beautiful sacred flame that inspires us, that makes us curious, that makes us might be a little like hot, might feel a little romantic. We might be tired of going at it alone and be actually open to partnership, open to companionship, open to collaborating with new friends, new love interests, new partners, because we're burnt out. We're tired of carrying our old burdens with us, and instead we're just going to love ourselves and be like, you know what, I choose this new reality, I choose this new perception. And that's kind of the blessing that I'm seeing move forward for us, especially with the Ace Ace of Wands here. I see this as also new creative projects, some creative downloads of opportunities that you can see through to fruition. And with the Ten of Wands in the reverse, I see us really over our old shit. We're really over the self-sabotage, and we're really stepping into the space of empowerment and believing in ourselves and in believing in our highest and best good, and pursuing that unapologetically, right? The pursuit of happiness and just the sanctity of that, the blessing that is that you can now choose your happiness. You don't have to deny yourself in order to make others happy first. You're now realizing that you're in this place of like, wow, I really write my own story. Hand me that pen. I write my story. Hand me that pen. And let's see any last words from Spirit, what we have to say for this week. Beautiful. Thank you. Oh, man. Oh, man. I'm just... talk about a fucking power move, guys. We got the Sun card. We got the Tower card. We have the World card. And we have the Empress. We're really nurturing our joy, and Spirit really wants you to nurture your joy, right? We've had a couple things crumble, we've had things not work out, but we're starting to recognize that rejection is divine protection, and we're honoring that. We're honoring that we can't go back to the old way that things were, because we wish for better for ourselves. We want better for ourselves. We deserve better for ourselves, and we're giving ourselves permission to nurture our joy, to allow this beautiful creative energy to be found. We might be playing more. We might be outside, like playing sports, playing with friends, frolicking, doing some random art projects, paints everywhere, flowers everywhere. We might be starting new gardens. Make sure that your seedlings face actual sun too, not just the grow lights that just came through. That's specific. But I also see this as, this is just so beautiful, because the sun can mean inner child, and the Empress obviously is like the mother, right? So we're really taking the responsibility to nurture that inner child, to return back to that space that we were when we were uninhibited and excited to live life to the fullest. And we're truly embracing that now at this time. The World card being that, like, we're really, even if your family, your living family doesn't support this, you have family on the other side that is supporting your joy, because the truth is we wouldn't be on this planet if not to live. And if we're living for other people and not living for ourselves, it's not truly living, right? And it also takes away from the other people too. It takes away their right to choose. It takes away their karmic choices, and it'll only get harder for them if they're not empowered to make the choices themselves. And so we're realizing that and be like, oh, okay, well then I better make my own empowered choices of what's best for me. And understanding that we're closing out this cycle of people pleasing, of manipulation, of needing to control. And that's like a really beautiful opportunity coming through. And the Tower, that might feel a little insecure, right? Especially if we've put our worth based on the success of others in the past, and we're relearning to put our success in our own joy and our own light and our own love. And that can feel a little shaky. That can feel like a crumbled foundation. But if you remember, we're intentionally building, Seven of Pentacles, we're intentionally building a stronger foundation, that which is sustainable, that which will hold us, that will nurture us, Empress energy, for years moving forward. This is like a whole fresh beginning. And Queen of Cups, don't worry about it. There might be emotions that come up, feel them to heal them, but just flow with it. There's nothing that you actively have to do. We have a lot of feminine energy in these cards, so there's nothing you actively have to do except to just be, to give yourself permission to be. And that's part of the Sun, is just being yourself unapologetically and allowing that to be enough, right? I love that. Wow, what a beautiful week we have. So, with that, I want to wish you guys all the blessings in the world, all the light, all the love that you deserve, the self-love. I'm cheering you on. I'm proud of you for choosing you. Thank you for tuning in. If you wish to work with me as an individual, you can go to my website, healinghearth.net. The link is in the description box. I offer one-on-one intuitive tarot sessions where we sit down for an hour and we go over your intentions of what you'd like to know. I have a few deals. Those deals will also be in the description box. I have 25% off our first reading together. And I also offer, if our schedules don't gel, I have written tarot reports, which are, you send me what it is you'd love me to focus on, and I send you a 2 to 3 page write-up. I consult your highest self, your guides, your angels, as well as my own, and we have a little 2 to 3 page write-up of what it is that your highest self, your angels want you to know about the specific situation. I also offer 10-minute channeled video messages. If you'd like, you can also book that through my website. Please follow me on Instagram at the Healing Hearth LLC. I post daily tarot messages there, as well as I just try and any of my channeled messages that come through randomly in the day, I post those there. I also have a blog, that link is in the description box, and I do written channeled messages there for the collective of along the lines of empowering ourselves to follow our truth. I just wrote one today, and it was all about our throat chakra and embracing our truth within ourselves, because we think about throat chakra, we think about communicating to others outside of ourselves, and so I wanted to take the perspective of, honestly, the first step in embracing our truth is within, but that's still throat chakra, right? That's still self-expression, and it's being able to unapologetically express yourself and your truth and how you find that. It's really beautiful. I enjoyed writing it. I enjoyed reading it. So yeah, if you're interested, you can follow my blog. You can subscribe and see when I post new blog posts. Join my mailing list. And other than that, like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, leave a comment if this resonated with you. I'd love to read your comments. Thank you so much for sharing space with me today, and I'm wishing you so many blessings, so much light, so much love, and really enjoy this new week. It seems like it's gonna be refreshing and wonderful. Bye for now.